We're going to have Rocky Hawkins join us in a few minutes. He is the current boyfriend or ex-boyfriend now of Brittany from Love is Blind season 7, who just found out he was being cheated on when she was photographed with Maud's son in Los Angeles. Okay. Brittany from Love is Blind season 7. She is the one who got engaged to Leo and they didn't end up going to Mexico. It was just revealed that Brittany allegedly had a boyfriend during filming. So we are going to talk to that boyfriend. And not the echo. We did it. We did it, Joe. Hey guys. Okay, guys, for those of you guys who have been here for the last hour and a half, thank you. Rocky, if you guys do not know who this gentleman is, his name is Rocky Hawkins. He was dating Brittany from Love is Blind season 7, and 8 days ago, she was photographed out with some rock star by the name of like Maud's son, something. I've never heard of the guy. And that is how he found out that he was being cheated on, which is unfortunate. Rocky, first, let me start by saying that I am so sorry that you're going through this. I know that this is an extremely difficult time for you. I know that it's like tea to all of us, but it's your real life. So I don't want to offend you in any way with my light banter. That's just how I am. I'm very playful. My audience is very playful. So we are in no way making a joke of the situation. But we do thank you for being here. And we are very sorry that you're going through this. Yes.
Appreciate it.
Anybody that has any questions for Rocky, we want to put them in the chat. But I think the reason I wanted to have Rocky on here today is because TMZ did break a story a few days ago, and there were some inconsistencies in the story. So we're here to clear it up. Brittany did post her own TikTok regarding this yesterday. She was in some comments saying that she doesn't want to be associated with it. She basically just wants to clear her name, in my opinion, and make it seem like she just went on the show for the right reasons. Rocky, can you tell us a little bit about your relationship with Brittany from Love is Blind season 7? How long have you guys known each other? Just a kind of a rundown of your background.
Long and short, we've been in each other's lives for 4 years, back and forth. Always found our way back to each other. We took a solid 6-month break, no contact, nothing. I reached out to her, I don't know, I think it was like last September, just to say hi. We reconnected. We had lunch the next day. She told me, about the show that she was going on. And, she went on the show and we reconnected right afterwards. So, so we weren't, we were not dating. We were not together while she was on the show.
Okay.
But we did reconnect right afterwards, and we've been in a relationship ever since. So, well, 8 days ago.
Yes. Okay. So for clarity, you guys were in a relationship for 3 years, prior to your 6-month break.
We were in a relationship 4 years, and we were back and forth. Yeah.
Back and forth.
And and then we took a break for 6 months. Reconnected before the show. And when I say reconnect,
just for clarity, in the 4 years that you guys were together, had you guys ever taken a elongated break before?
I wouldn't say long break. I think the longest break was the 6-month period.
Okay.
We were always in each other's lives, like one way or another. We always cared about each other. I always loved her, even if it was from a distance,
Okay. So when you guys took this 6-month break and you said you reconnected in September, so that's prior to her going to the show, you guys go to lunch. Yeah, you guys go to lunch. She tells you she's going on this show. Did she tell you she was going on this show to find true love or to get engaged or to find the love of her life?
She did not say that, because I think it would be kind of weird to say that to somebody that you have history with like me. Looking back now, I mean, our relationship picked up after the show. We dated for a year. So I can't honestly say if she wanted out or not. I mean, we didn't talk about it because I don't think it's something that you, like I said, you discuss with someone you have history with like that. So she didn't say if she did want that or she didn't. So I
Did
don't
she
want to
did
talk
she
on her
say
behalf about it.
did she say what she did want? Did she say why she was going on the show?
Well, she said, she wanted it would be nice to get obviously recognized and get more followers and stuff like that. But if we're being honest, I'm not defending her. But if anybody goes on TV for any reason, I mean, of course they would want that.
Right, right, absolutely. I think we've seen that several times this season with Nick, who said he wanted to be the most famous person on Love Is Blind. Everybody goes on the show for some type of notoriety. But uh, for me, what it seems like is that you guys weren't official when you went back when she went on the show, but that there was an understanding that you guys were going to connect when she got back from the show.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I don't really understand
We didn't
how,
we didn't say that, but it kind of goes without saying.
right,
Yeah.
what's understood
I
doesn't have to be
picked her up
explained.
from the airport. Picked her up from the airport. She got back. Yeah.
You picked her up from the airport when she got back from filming Love Is Blind.
Yes.
Okay. Did you drop her off at the airport when she went to film Love Is Blind?
Yes.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So she got dropped off uh, and picked
Picked her
up
up.
by this gentleman to go film Love Is Blind. Okay. Now, I think were you aware that she actually got engaged on the show?
She said that when she got back. Yeah. Yeah.
She told you when she got back. Were you aware that she went to Miami with the gentleman that she got engaged on the show with?
No, I knew she went to Miami to stay with a friend, but she did not tell me that she went with um, Leo.
Okay.
I found that out just recently after the show aired. So
Okay. So you were in a full-blown relationship with her when you found out that she did in fact go to Miami with Leo. What did she tell you about that? What did she tell you about going to Miami with Leo?
Um, you know, we didn't talk about it too much because it was about a month ago that like I said, I finally figured it out. But yeah, she didn't tell me. I didn't ask, but she said that they were obviously it didn't work out on the show. They didn't make it to Mexico, and they went there to like as friends to hang out and have a good time.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Have you ever spoken to Leo at all?
no, I met a bunch of the people from the show. I have not met him. No.
Okay. Okay. And she called you from Miami.
Yeah, when she got to Miami, she called me from her girlfriend's house, and she told me that she did not make it to Mexico, and that she told me, when she was getting home, and I said, "Have fun," and then I picked her up.
Okay. And since the moment you picked her up from filming Love is Blind,
Mhm.
you guys have been in a full blown committed relationship because you do know that she left Love is Blind and went straight to Miami, correct?
I do know that. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so you picked her up from when she got in from Miami.
Yes. Yeah. Hmm.
And from that moment, you guys have been in a committed relationship ever since.
Hmm.
Okay.
Up
So
until 8 days ago.
up until 8 days ago.
Hmm.
So what were your feelings around her going on the show? Like, how did you feel about that?
I mean, obviously, it's someone that you like care about. You don't want to see them. I don't think any guy would want to see them going on a dating show. But the fact that we were not together and we just reconnected, in my opinion, I didn't think there was any other way to act except just look at it for what it is and be supportive, which I always have. I've always been supportive. I'm not an insecure guy, so I wasn't worried about it. I figured if she comes back and we reconnect, which we always have, then fine. If not, then oh well. So,
Okay.
but we did. I knew we would. I knew we would.
You knew you would. So is it fair to say that when you didn't really take the whole Love is Blind experience or experiment seriously, like you didn't actually believe she was going to go there and find true love, you knew she was coming back to you?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah,
Well,
that's
that's
what.
what happened. It's not what you thought, it's what happened because she did, in fact, come back to you after the show,
Yep.
right? Okay. So
Yep.
I think because sometimes the audience gets a little confused when you have partners who allowed you to go on the show. We've seen it in the past. So to make it clear, you didn't necessarily allow her to go on the show. She was already locked into an obligation and an opportunity. Um, by the time you guys had reconnected, and you were supportive of that opportunity, but you also didn't really take it that serious because you knew it was understood that when she came back, it was on and cracking for you guys.
Yeah, she was fully committed to it. Obviously, you know,
Right.
so flight booked and everything. When I reached out to her, I just said, "Hey, just wanted to say hi, see how you're doing. You don't have to respond. I just wanted to say hi because for all I knew, she was maybe dating someone else at that time.
Right.
So I didn't know what she had going on at all. If she was dating anyone. Obviously, the last thing I expected was that she was going to go on a dating show, and she did respond. Like I said, we got lunch, we caught up, and she told me all about it. And obviously, I was a little thrown back about it, but again, we weren't together for a while there, so it would be weird if I were to act any other way than what I did.
Right.
So,
Right.
and,
Okay. So, did you see her post that she posted yesterday on TikTok, I believe? Did you
yeah,
did you see
yeah.
it? Did you happen to catch that post? So, for those of you in the chat who have not caught it, there's a trend right now on TikTok where you record something and you put some words, and then the camera flips around and you see that it's you. So she put Brittany from Love Is Blind was not in a relationship when she went to film Love Is Blind, and was there for all of the right reasons and there to find love. Um, so obviously it's like a comical joke about that. Would you agree with that statement that she was there to find love?
No,
No. Okay.
nah.
Okay. So I
I
think that's
knew,
good.
well, at least I thought up until last week because I don't know what to think anymore. Like
Right.
what don't I know this and that. When things like this happen, you question everything. Whether
Right.
it was year you were with that person, 4 years, it doesn't matter. All I know is we have been in each other's lives for 4 years, and you know, she loved me, I loved her, so
Okay.
yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah,
Okay, so now we're at the point where she comes home from filming. You guys are fully in a committed relationship. There's no confusion about it. There's no doubt about it. There's photos of you guys. I saw a photo of you guys just as recent as November 3rd. The show airs. You have not watched it, correct?
no.
No,
Mm-mm.
you've
I,
not
I
watched it.
watched. I watched the reunion.
Okay.
I put it on. I just fast forwarded to her part, and never really been into reality TV or anything. But fast
Okay.
forwarded to her part, and I heard her say, she made it known that she was seeing someone, and that made me happy. That's all I needed. I never wanted. I was worried about my name being put out there, or I was always the guy behind a curtain. So I was happy with that. That she said that, and she even told me about that when she got back from the reunion, because I was curious if they were going to ask her that question, and they did, and
Mhm.
yeah, I was happy about it. So,
Okay.
but I haven't watched the show. I have not
Okay.
watched the show.
Yes. So I think for because you didn't watch the show, I think the reason why people are shocked, like regardless of if to me, regardless of if you guys were in an official relationship or not, you guys had a long-standing relationship and it was understood that you guys were going to reconnect and get back together when she got back from the show. So to me, the technicalities don't matter, the titles don't matter. You guys both understood that you guys were going to continue once she got back, and you didn't watch the show, but the audience who did watch the show, she was very convincing that she loved this guy that she met, that she was heartbroken over this guy that she met, that she really wanted to be chosen by him. Like she shed real tears, she showed real emotion. It seemed like she was actually into this guy up until the moment that she saw him. And then she
Hmm.
saw him and was like, oh shit, what have I
Yeah.
done? She literally says, what have I done? but then still decides to go to Miami with this guy. And then they break off their so-called engagement there. So I think that's what's shocking to the audience, that we're
I,
all
th-
of
I,
those.
think, I think she went to Miami because she didn't go to Mexico. They didn't make it to Mexico, so they said, let's go to Miami.
Okay. Do you believe her engagement was real in her mind?
No.
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 No. Okay. 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 So yes. Okay. So you believe she went. So I think that's why the viewer is so shocked, because it's like, oh well, if you had this man back home that you were always going to go home to, were those feelings that you had for Leo, or these what you were expressing, was it ever even real? And it appears that it's a no. Okay, so you guys are dating for a year. You guys are in a happy, committed relationship. Show airs. You don't watch it. You find out that she did, in fact, go to Miami. That didn't necessarily bother you. You didn't see that as deceptive or sneaky in any way.
No.
No? Okay. No,
I mean,
to
well,
find
yeah.
out she
Yeah.
was in Miami with Leo, not
Well,
with her girlfriend.
I do because I said something. I said, because I was putting two and two together, because after the show aired, I'm on Instagram and I see things that are saying, like, what happened in Miami. And I thought me and her were in Miami on October 1st or 2nd, like the day the show aired. We went to Miami. She was hanging out with her girlfriend. They watched the premiere. And then at that point, she posted these photos of herself. She did a post after Miami, about saying, about that. And then people, I guess, started commenting, like thinking maybe it was like with Leo. And I was able to just put two and two together. And, I said something to her about it. I said, was he like, did you guys go to Miami together? And she said, yeah. And I said, why didn't you tell me that? So she didn't have anything to say. So
Nothing. She said nothing. She was just like, "Oh,
yeah,
my bad."
yeah.
Okay.
Things
So,
be
so I think the biggest part of the story that TMZ broke was that just 8 days ago, Brittany was photographed in LA making out with an artist by the name of Mod Sun, something along those lines. I don't. What's his name?
Sun Pod Mod Punahou.
Yeah, like I don't know the guy. I've never heard a song of the guy, but Brittany 8 days ago was photographed by TMZ making out with this guy at his show, and then she was photographed the next night leaving dinner in Los Angeles holding his hand. And so this went all over the internet that she's in this new relationship, and because on the reunion we heard her say that she is in a relationship. So when people saw her with this guy, they assumed that that is the relationship that she was talking about, but the relationship that she was referring to on the reunion was actually you.
Yep.
And you had no idea that she was in Los Angeles with this rock star.
No, she said she went there for Snapchat.
She said she went there for Snapchat. She never
Gonna be,
mentioned.
and she was going to be with a couple of girls from the show as well.
Okay. So how did you find out about her and Mod Sun?
I was sitting right at my desk working, and probably about like 5 o'clock, 8 days ago, a good friend of mine sent me the paparazzi photos, and it was horrible. It was horrible to see that. So
Yeah, it's the paparazzi photos are kind of undeniable. Like they're locked hands, they're kissing. So there's really no way to deny it. Did you reach out to Brittany? Like what was your automatic reaction to call her and be like, what the fuck? Like
my automatic reaction was I took a screenshot of the paparazzi photos, two of them, and I texted it to her, and that was my way of saying, I know what you're doing. And she didn't respond to the text messages because nothing. What is she going to say? And we didn't actually talk until Sunday, which was 4 days later. Yeah.
okay.
So
And how did that come about? Did you call her? She called you? So you send her these pictures like, I see you with this rock star, and she just goes. No, no response at all.
No, she didn't call me for first time until she called me on Thursday, but I didn't want to talk to her.
Right.
It wasn't until Sunday that I was like able to even pick up the phone and have a conversation with her.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And what did she say? What she have to say for herself?
she said, I know I owe you an apology. She was like, I would like to get this stuff straightened out. She's more worried about it being known that we were not together while she was filming for the show. She talked about that more than actually apologizing. So, seeing her with this other guy was a shock. And then, the responses afterwards, the fact that it was more leaned towards that instead of actually apologizing, it just blew my mind.
Okay.
So,
Is there any, and again, I'm looking at the comments because people just don't understand fully. There
yeah.
was no confusion that you were with Brittany, that you guys were in a committed relationship at the time that she was seen kissing this other man.
Yes.
There's no confusion.
No confusion whatsoever.
Brittany knew 100% that you guys were dating.
Well, I think it was like that Monday night they were seen kissing. Is that correct? Do you know?
I don't know. I don't even know what day it is today, to be honest with you, Rocky.
Well, when I took her to the airport, which was Monday morning, dropped her off. We kissed. Told her I loved her. She said, I love you too.
Okay.
She called me when she landed, and when she was getting her bags, said she was tired, so she was going to go sleep for a while. And then, fast forward 2 days later, everything came out.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So for those of you who are confused, there's no confusion. Kissing. Your man dropped her car's in front of his house, by the way. He drops her off at the airport. He tells her, I love you. He gives her a kiss. And then 2 days later, you see her kissing another man. Yeah. Imagine how shocking that is. Not only shocking, but embarrassing, because I'm sure you've been receiving calls from your friends and family who have also seen this TMZ article.
Endless calls. A lot of support too. So a lot of support.
That's
because everyone in Baltimore, everyone here knows, the truth. So we've had our ups and downs. Always treated her great. I was supportive even with the show, after the show, everything. And then, and then this happens. So now she may have been checked out already, obviously, but she didn't say anything to me. She didn't say anything.
Well, I think if you're checked out, you don't really have your partner drop you off at the airport. You don't tell them you love them. You don't give them kisses before you leave. That doesn't sound very checked out to me. It sounds like you guys were in a relationship and she cheated on you. I think I more so let's talk more about what she had to say for herself. Like you said, she was more so focused on clearing her name and again, that's what her response was today on TikTok was, more so the avenue of I didn't have a boyfriend while filming instead of I didn't have a boyfriend when I was seen kissing Maud's son, which you in fact did have a boyfriend when you were kissing Maud's son. What did she tell you? What did she tell you about him being seen holding hands with her? What did she say?
We talked on Sunday. It wasn't the most pleasant conversation, as you can imagine, but we spoke again on Tuesday, and either Sunday or Tuesday when we talked, because I was, it's a heated conversation. I was worked up, but I asked her about holding his hand. She said when they walked out, he saw the paparazzi and saw the cameras, and then grabbed her hand. And I said, well, even besides holding his hand, she was, leaning on him, smiling. She was smiling at that camera. So, she's, but that's what she said.
Did you bring up, so, okay, he grabs her hand. Did he grab her lips at the concert when he was kissing her? Did you ask her about her kissing him?
I did. Yeah. She said she didn't have anything to say about that.
Nothing.
Because there's nothing, she can say. So. I mean, she's apologized. She's said she's sorry, but it doesn't mean anything, really. Yep.
That's insane to me that you just say I'm a simple I'm sorry. Like you give an excuse about hand holding, and then when you say, okay, well, what about the kiss? It's like, oh yeah, oops.
That's it. That was it. Anyway,
And
this isn't someone that, like, we just started dating, a year ago or recently or anything. I mean, it's just somebody that, yeah, we've had our back and forth with somebody that, that we've been in each other's lives and, you know, cared about each other for so long. And I just don't know how, somebody can do that. If
yeah,
you don't want to be with someone, be an adult, speak the fuck up and say it.
yeah,
That's it.
I agree.
You know,
I agree because I think her actions with Leo and going to Miami, to me, that seems very sneaky. It seems like maybe you're looking for a way out, and it's like when you can't find one, she just kind of runs back to you. That's just my opinion, and I
yeah,
just
yeah. Yeah. So sorry, like looking back, she probably was looking for or like open to, like, husband and true love. Go figure, the guy with money. She probably was looking for that.
hmm
Saw him. That didn't happen. And
hmm
then, sadly, unfortunately for me, I was the guy who was just there, home. So that's the thing. I mean, look, it's only been a week, but I've done a lot of reflecting. I mean, I was just a guy that was there. I was there in the shadows, and she knew I would always be there, no
mm
matter what. And yeah, I guess I was just a second option at that point. So
Mm. But I'm confused because Leo looks a lot not he's no, whatever, but he looks way better than this rock star guy, which is he's troubling looking. But I feel like it fit, like I know on the show you didn't watch it, but she literally says on the show, I'm a trophy wife. I date rock stars and athletes, and that's typically what I date. So her not liking Leo made sense to the audience, and then when we see her out with this mod son guy, that made sense to the audience because like, oh, okay, she went on the show, she said this is what she likes. But then we see you, who's clearly a very well put together, handsome, attractive guy. It's not giving Leo or Mod's son no shade, no tea, um
not even comparable.
so you see, I think I'm confused that she would see Leo and say I'm not attracted to him, but you would see Mod's son and be attracted to him.
I think the attraction there was just more the fact that he was in a band.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
she made that clear, right, to everyone, on the show, that
Yeah.
she likes guys in bands and athletes. So good for her.
Yeah, I'm
Just
trying to figure out what guys and bands and athletes she was dating if she was been with you for 4 years.
like I said, we were back and forth.
Mhm.
And I know that. And I was also never the type. I never asked questions. If there was like a period of time where things just weren't going a certain way, like we were always like open with each other.
Okay.
But I knew she dated. In these 4 years. I mean, there were, like I said, because we weren't together the full 4 years. She dated other people. Yeah,
Okay.
I did too. I dated a girl for 2 months,
Okay.
only 2 months. And so yeah, I dated. She dated. But like I said, we found our way back to each other, reconnected, and even though she's going on a show, I mean, it just goes without saying that
hmm
we're going to pick right back up after she got all back from the show.
Mm.
Otherwise, when I reached out to her, she could have just like left it, like let it be.
For sure, she could have said, "Hey." I think that's a good point. Had she suggested going to lunch and kind of rekindling at that moment. If she was very serious about this experiment and if she was very serious about Love is Blind, her response to you would have been no response, or to say, "Hey, great to hear from you, but I'm moving on. I'm actually about to enter an experiment where I could potentially end up married. So there's no need for us to speak.
I literally said you don't have to respond. It was just, my gut, like a gut thing. I just reached out, was like, hey, just want to say hi, miss you, hope you're doing well. No response needed, that type of thing. And then, you know, she could have left it at that, or said, yeah, hope you're well too, or something like that.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like there were so many other responses if she was not open to getting back with you. And because you guys have had this back and forth relationship for so many years, I think it's understood that you guys were going to get back together, whether you guys were official or not when she went on the show.
Hmm.
I don't think that that's relevant because if she had no interest in getting back with you, she would have said that when you text her.
Yeah.
Um, so this is so off topic, Rocky, but my audience is cray cray. They want you to do an outfit of the day. They want to see your outfit.
Outfit of the day. What does that
They
look
want
like?
they want to see the fit. We want to see the fit. Let's can you do a can you do a spin?
Lulu,
Rocky has on a
Lululemon hoodie. Got some
okay.
Levi jeans on and some New Balances on.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that. They're asking to see the fit, Rocky.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so here we are. Where the hell's where's her car? Is it still parked in front of your house?
No, she got it when she got back. Yeah,
She
she
got
got
it
it.
when she got back. Okay,
So
so you've not seen her in person.
no,
Mm-mm. You have
no.
not spoken. You've only spoken to her once since this whole mod son deal has twice
We
since
spoke
it's
on
happened.
Sunday and we spoke on Tuesday, I think it was. Yeah.
Okay. Is she in a relationship with this mod son that you know of?
Not that I know of.
Okay. It was just
It would be weird to be in a relationship if you just met the guy like
right.
2 weeks ago. But
Yeah, because I think that's what the articles were saying, right? Like her and her new man, her and her new boo, but it was more of just like a fling. Is that a fair assessment?
absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. Okay. So
Yep. He's in LA. He sees her at a concert. He points her out. She blows a kiss. He slides in her DMs. She takes into it. She goes to LA. She's in LA. She's being recognized from being on a show, and she decided to live in a moment. And who knows what else was going through her head, and hang out with this, guy. So yeah,
so where does Rocky go from here? I'm gonna ask this one question. You don't have to answer if you don't want. It's a messy question.
mm,
Because Brittany presented herself as this trophy wife who wants this rich man and who, doesn't want a 50-50 partner. Is that the type of relationship you guys had?
I mean, I paid for things. Yeah, I paid for a
Okay.
lot. Yeah, I paid for a
Okay.
lot.
So you
Yeah,
were the provider man that she says that wants.
100%.
Mm, So you a provider and you fine. How old are you, Rocky?
40. Just turned 40 a couple weeks ago.
And you grown? Oh my God, and you grown. Say
Yeah,
less, you
Scorpio.
guys. Rocky paid him bills. Rocky is fine and he grown. And him a provider. This
Yeah.
is not Rocky's account. This is my manager's account. If y'all want to follow Rocky, his TikTok and his Instagram is Rocky Hawkins 88. Somebody pin it for me in the comments. Rocky Hawkins 88. Hawkins with a W. 40.
Somebody just asked how tall I am.
Yes, how tall are you, Rocky?
6'2".
6'2". Y'all. Tall.
I don't get it.
Grown. Paid. Provider. Rocky Hawkins, 88, single,
Oh yeah.
as of 8 days ago, single. You know that they say like, what are the 3 sixes? Like what are the 3 sixes? It's like 6 foot, 6 figures, and what's the other one? Any kids, Rocky? Look,
Oh, no. No kids. No kids. I do have 2 kids. I have a French bulldog. Her name's Kobe, and a Boston Terrier. Her name's Sophie.
oh
So
my God,
Yep, those are
Oh
my girls.
my God. I
Yeah,
have I have a daughter too, a 17-year-old Yorkie named Godiva.
nice, nice.
So yes, I don't have any. You guys, no kids. Have you ever been married? Not that
No,
matters. Uh,
nope.
Never been married. Rocky's about to be the most eligible bachelor. He's Rocky for bachelor, okay? He's 40. He's 6'2". He's a provider. He's got a check. He pay bills. He don't got no kids. He's never been married. You got a six pack, Rocky?
I do.
Oh my God. Oh my God. The list just keeps on going.
I
The list
100%
just
do.
keeps on going. I seen the arms, I'm trying to keep it professional. I seen the arms, and you got a six pack. Okay.
I do.
What's the problem? You crazy?
No, that's no. Everyone here, like the amount of people that reached out to me, and I want to thank everyone for that because they know who they are. I've had so many people reach out because they know me. They know me. They know who I am as a person,
Mhm.
and so it's really meant a lot. So, but yeah, no
Okay.
crazy, not crazy at all. Just very down to earth.
Very down to earth. Okay, so now we're getting some questions from the audience. Do you want to get married?
I'm open to it.
I'm open to it. You're open to it. If you find the
Has to
right
be.
one that don't be out in LA with rock stars behind your back. I'm
Mm-mm.
just kidding.
It has to be with the right person.
It has to be with the right person. What and somebody's asking, have you ever donated? And you don't watch the show, so you don't know why or how that's relevant. It's actually a very funny question because there was a contestant on this season of Love is Blind who donated his specimen and had 3 children. Have you ever donated? Do you have any secret children out there that we may or may not know about?
Nope.
Okay. 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 All right. Just had to get that out the way. Somebody. Okay, guys. Does he? Okay, guys. I'm not going to ask him that. Does he date outside? Do you date outside of your race? Are you down with the brown? I'm not asking for myself. I'm just asking for the audience.
I'm not against any race. No, not against any race.
You guys, these are questions from the audience. You guys, these are not questions that I am asking myself. I'm asking because y'all want to know. This is
I did see a question. Someone said, "Why didn't you propose if you were together for 4 years?"
okay. That's a good.
Well, I mean, because we were not together for full 4 years,
Okay.
and I had all the, you know, there's nothing more I wanted. That I knew after the show would air, things would be crazy for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just being supportive. I was waiting for the dust to settle with everything,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe she could bring me out of the shadows. And I wanted to marry her, wanted to have kids with her. I wanted everything with her. So,
Mm-hmm. So
but
she.
there's many reasons why we didn't end up getting married. Thank God I didn't propose to her.
Oh
But
yeah, yeah. I mean, it sounds to me like she was your one. Like she was your one that you would always go back to, and that you ultimately thought you would end up with.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, she fumbled, Rocky. She fumbled bad. Okay, let me just say that. We're all very sorry this happened to you.
appreciate it.
But we will. I want to take some more fun questions from the audience. Oh, did you guys ever live together?
No,
No, you guys never lived together.
no.
Okay.
We this past year, I couldn't even tell you when, but we had a couple conversations about it. Yeah.
Okay.
So because I live in the city, she lives in the county. So she has 3 cats. I have 2 dogs. So just with everything that, because I had things that have been going on in my life, nothing bad, but just things that I was working on. And she
Mhm.
obviously had all of this going on. So same thing. It kind of like went without saying that, everything was fine. Like we were happy together, and we eventually would live together. In my opinion, nowadays, like so many people, they move in for wrong reasons, they get married for wrong reasons, they have kids for
Mhm.
wrong. It's like, oh, it's on this old, and now it's time to do this, this, and that. Like, I'm not. That's not me. So,
Okay.
I don't think you should ever rush anything with anyone.
Right.
No matter how long you've been together or not. So,
Have you ever caught Brittany in an excessive lie like this before in your 4 years? Have you ever, is she like a known liar? Have you guys had these infidelity issues before in the past?
mm-mm, no,
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 never. You never caught her in any weird lie.
nope.
Okay. 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 All right. Um, what else do you guys want to know? They want to know what's your occupation. That's so funny.
I'm a business owner.
Okay.
So
All right. I heard that.
I'm a roofing business, home improvements.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Why did she do it? I'm pretty sure only Brittany can answer that question. Would you take her back? That's a good question. Thank you, Jay. Would you?
No.
I know it's hard right now, but I know you guys have had this up and down relationship and always make your way back to each other. Would you ever consider forgiving her and taking her back?
That's crossed my mind a lot, and the answer I have right now is I don't know how I could. Like, I couldn't imagine it. That's only a question that I could truly answer. Like, if I decided I wanted to, assuming that she even wanted to. I can't imagine that being anytime soon. I can't see that. No,
Right. Right.
I can't see that happening.
And when you
Yeah.
guys spoke, she asked you, right, something along the lines of like, don't block her number or don't
Well,
remove.
yeah, because she told me that she genuinely loves me and always will. She doesn't wish anything bad on me. I don't wish anything bad on her. I mean, I hate what she did, but do I hate her? No. I mean, in my opinion, the word hate, that's a strong word, right? So, I don't think anyone should live. It's no way to live. Like, you shouldn't live with hatred or hope or grudges against anyone for anything. So it's just, I won't allow myself to live like that. So, I mean, do I hate what she did? Absolutely, yeah. But, no, I don't hate her. No.
Yeah. Yeah, it
So,
sounds, it actually sounds like you still love her very much
well, you
so.
don't just fall, even though this is wild, right? Everything that's happening, and it's on you know, it was put out there for the world to see it. But yeah, of course, you don't just stop loving someone,
Right.
just like that. You know, you just don't. So,
Yeah. Well, I'm so sorry again, Rocky. This really sucks. And I think like just knowing that her only concern is really maintaining her image about going on the show with a boyfriend, like you're just not going to acknowledge at all that you did in fact cheat on your longtime boyfriend with a said rock star. I did see in one of the questions that came up, which we've spoke about off camera, that you guys did know each other's family. Like it wasn't like this confusing situation where it's like we don't know if we're dating. Like you guys were very much involved with each other's friend group, family, all of the above. Correct?
yeah, everyone knows. I know her dad very well. We've spoken a bunch, seen each other a lot. She, my mom passed probably about a year and a half ago, and she was there with me. She was there with me in the hospital, so um, that was pretty hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, we, family, friends, everyone knows about me and her. Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone
You
knows.
guys were at dinner with your dad like 2 days before she left to LA, right? Or something along those lines.
My dad and my aunt. Yep. hmm
2 days before she left to LA.
Actually, actually, no, it was a week before. That was a week before.
Oh, okay. Well, still.
Me and her went to dinner 2 days before she left. So, yeah, took her to a nice dinner.
Yeah. Wow. That's again, I'm my condolences for your mom. I lost my dad a few years back, so I definitely feel your pain and I'm sorry about that. Um, but is there anything we'll end the live on some light questions. I know you have to go to dinner.
hmm
Um, When do you see yourself dating again anytime soon? Are you taking time to heal? What's next for you?
Taking time to heal. You have to be, if we're not happy with ourselves for any reason, you're not going to be happy with someone else. But no, I can't. Work out, be healthy, surround
Mm,
myself with all of my friends, my family, and just take one day at a time.
How much can you lift? No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. That's I'm just joking.
I don't lift that much.
I'm
I don't
just
lift that much.
kidding.
I don't lift that much. I just go 6 days a week. That's it. Go 6 days.
Stays a week. Oh my goodness. I know that's right. Okay, guys. Well, do you guys have any questions for Rocky? Let's just make them fun. Like, let's just lighten Rocky's mood a little bit. I know he's dealing with some serious shit, but if we can, like, laughter is the best medicine, as they say. Rocky, what is your zodiac sign?
I am a Scorpio.
Oh, you trouble! You're gonna ruin the bitch's life. No, I'm just
Yeah,
playing.
I'm not.
When's your
I'm not.
birthday, Rocky?
What's my what?
When's your birthday? What's your
October 23rd.
October
October
23rd?
23rd.
October
Yeah.
23rd. Okay, what's your type? What do you look for in a woman? That's a question down below. I'm not asking myself.
I guess you would think blonde hair. You know, I don't really have a type. To be
Okay,
honest, I really have.
you don't have a
I mean,
physical.
we all, we're attracted to, just people that we think are good looking. But I don't like really have a type. I've dated blondes, brunettes.
Right. I mean, I think we can all look at Brittany and say, okay, this is kind of around your type. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe. Okay. Okay. What personality traits do you like? That's the next question in the chat. They trying to find you. They want your
Someone,
dating stats. No, no.
yeah, yeah. Someone who likes to be spontaneous and have fun, but also somebody that you can have a good time with, just sitting in the house watching TV and doing absolutely nothing, and you guys are still enjoying yourselves just because you're with each other, and that's it. But I love to travel too.
Okay.
Uh, Love to travel.
Where have you been most recently?
Um, Me and her went to Miami, I think 3 times this
Okay.
past year. We went to Puerto Rico together.
Okay.
And then actually, when we reconnected, like the day before we reconnected, I went to Tulum. That was great.
Okay. Love Tulum.
That was fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Fun. Fun.
That's fun.
Somebody said, did you fly coach or first class? Y'all,
Yeah.
don't answer that, Rocky. You don't have to answer that.
Let's go to Bali. Someone said, "Damn, Brittany loves Miami." She does.
Brittany loves Miami. Rocky, let's go to Bali. You got a Bali invitation. Somebody said you want to heal here. If you've ever dated outside of your race, which I think I asked you that earlier. Are you named after a movie?
I'm a junior. I'm named after my dad,
Okay, so Rockford is your name or Rocky?
Rockford.
Rockford is his name.
Yeah.
Somebody said, Rocky, you've got a suitor here. Rocky, I can cook. He said blonde and brunette, no 4C. Y'all don't have fuck you. That's a joke. That was a hair joke. Okay, guys. Anything else that you want to say, Rocky? Anything that you want the audience to know, the viewers to know about your situation, about what's going on? Anything you may want to say to Brittany, just in case she sees this?
I don't wish anything bad on Brittany, but to everybody else, the only thing I would say is just surround yourself with good people. Because at the end of the day, everything's about memories, in my opinion, with the people that you have that are in your life, and that's it. Create good memories, have great memories, and just surround yourself with good people, and then be a good person yourself.
That's your message to my audience. That's your message to Brittany.
Mm-hmm.
That to both. That's your message to both. Okay, last question. Would you ever go on Love is Blind? Would you ever go on a reality TV dating show?
Love is Blind. I highly doubt that they reach out to me, but I'm open for anything right now. Even this, like being on this interview, it's like a little uncomfortable. It was a little uncomfortable at
Okay.
first. Yeah, I've never done anything like this.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I'm open to anything. So a bunch of my friends told me I should be on The Bachelor. So
I agree.
uh,
I
they reach
agree.
out. They reach out. I'll pick the phone up. I'll tell you that.
Okay, all right. Rocky is single as a Pringle. He's ready to mingle. Make sure you ladies follow him, Rocky Hawkins 88 on TikTok, on Instagram. Where else can they find you?
Facebook.
Facebook, all of
Facebook.
the above. I
Mhm.
will chop and screw this up because we had some technical difficulties in the beginning. Thank you for being here, Rocky. Thank you for sticking with me through that technical difficulty and finding a way to get on this live.
Yeah.
I was like, Brittany's doing some juju on us right now, and she doesn't want us to get this out. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for talking with me. Thank you so much for just being such a good sport about it in general. And I hope you have a lovely dinner. I'm wishing you all of the best. You're gonna find someone good. You have not a thing to worry about because you are a catch. Okay? Can we just list the stats one more time? 6 feet. Six
6'2",
figures.
6'2",
Six
6'2".
two. 6'2". 6'2". Don't forget the two. Don't forget the two. How much you weigh, Rocky?
185, I think.
185. 6'2". Six-figure earner. Provider. Don't got no motherfucking
Uh,
kids. Never been married. Likes dogs. Like,
yeah.
thank you so much for being here. Anything else? Anything else?
No, that's it. I appreciate you
Okay.
having me.
Thank you so much for being here. I will connect with you later. I'm gonna just talk to my audience for a little bit.
Okay. All right. Do I close this out or do you?
I can close it out, and you
Okay.
enjoy your dinner. Where are you going for dinner? Oh, actually, don't say that. Somebody might show up to the restaurant.
Nope.
Okay. All right. Have a good night, Rocky.
All right. Thank you.